My former best friend Chen Bing, who I had never seen before, suddenly asked me to meet her in a cafe. I knew she was up to no good. As expected, before I even sat down, she smiled mysteriously at me and took out a photo from her bag and gave it to me. Oh, it seems that love brain is also hereditary. In the photo, my useless daughter was digging wild vegetables in the field with her butt sticking out. Her face was pale, and she was as thin as a bamboo pole. She ran away from home 3 months ago just because I didn't agree with her marrying that poor boy named Rong Bin. But I didn't interfere too much. I just sent someone to protect her in secret. For a woman with love brain, the more you stop her, the more she will imagine herself as the heroine of a TV series and think that what she is pursuing must be true love. Don't ask me how I know. Although I felt very distressed, I kept a calm face and didn't give Chen Bing any chance to be proud. Buzz. The phone rang, and I chuckled. The time was just right. I opened the video sent to me by the private detective and showed it to her in a surprised manner. On the screen, her daughter was standing outside the window of the hotel on the 10th floor, and the owner of the room leaned out half of his body, pointing at her and cursing. "Come on, let's hurt each other." Without waiting for the video to finish, I turned off the screen with a serious face. "Go quickly. We can see each other for the last time." She grabbed her bag and ran away. She didn't even pay the bill. I picked up the photos and tore them to pieces. My daughter, who I have held in my hands since she was a child, she has to give her the best of fish and meat, even if she has to eat coarse food. She actually made herself look like this for a man. I really want to be put back and reborn. I leaned back on the sofa and took a few deep breaths, but I was still getting angrier and angrier. After thinking it over again and again, I called the detective. "Send me her address. After 3 months, she has suffered all the hardships she should have suffered. It is time to stop at the brink. If she waits any longer, she may not be able to escape unscathed. Just like me back then." After more than 2 hours of driving, I finally arrived at Rongbin's hometown, a small mountain village with only one bumpy road connecting the village to the outside. It takes more than 10 to 20 minutes to get to the nearest highway. The car was bumpy on the road, and my heart sank. Others were kidnapped and came to such a place to suffer, but my family's one was the one who rushed to it. It was really unfortunate for my family. When I arrived at the entrance of the village, I planned to ask the villagers where Rongbin's home was. I happened to see a few village women washing clothes by the small river beside the road, so I stopped the car. As soon as the car door opened, a choking smell of smoke came to my nose, as if someone was burning something. Looking around, I found that the smoke came from more than 100 meters upstream. "Big sister, what's burning upstairs? It's so choking." The village women looked at each other and kept it a secret. "The house cat is stealing fish." After saying that, several people looked helpless, shook their heads and laughed. Although I didn't understand what this meant, I didn't want to meddle in other people's business. "Then please ask, where is Rongbin's house?" As soon as I asked, their faces changed immediately. Several people looked at each other and pointed at the thick smoke. "No, it's right there." "Where is he?" I looked puzzled, covered my mouth and nose, and walked over tentatively. When I got there, I was so angry that I laughed. It's really a house cat stealing fish. Thick smoke blew in my face, making it hard for me to breathe. Rongbin, on the other side, was not affected at all, with oil dripping from the corners of his mouth. He was eating grilled fish. There was an old couple next to him, probably his parents. They were so engrossed in their meal, as if they hadn't eaten for 800 years, that no one noticed me on the side of the road. I picked up my phone and took a picture of their faces, which were all black. "Catcha!" The sound was loud enough to make Rongbin notice me. He subconsciously glanced over here, and when he saw it was me, he froze there. Seeing him stop, his parents hurriedly urged him, "Eat quickly. Wash after eating. Don't let that person find out." "That person? I'm talking about Shan Shan." "Okay, really good. She is a daughter of the Wang group. She couldn't even tell wheat seedlings from leeks before. Now, she has even learned to dig wild vegetables for Rongbin, the beast." But they bully her like this. I gritted my teeth and finally restrained the urge to go down and beat their family to pieces. Take me to see Shanshan. Rongbin nodded silently, but I seemed to see a smile flash across his lips. When I arrived at Rongbin's house, my heart was even more blocked. I knew that his family was not well off before, but I didn't expect it to be so bad. The yard was a mess, with chicken shit everywhere, and the walls were actually made of stone. The house was dark during the day, and it felt suffocating before entering. Shanshan was sitting at the table in the main room eating. When she saw me enter the room, her face changed drastically, and she immediately hid behind Rongbin. I glanced at the plate on the table, which contained a few wild vegetable dumplings. It looked cold and hard, like a rock. I wondered how she could eat it. I smiled bitterly and showed her the photos I had just taken. A family of 3 is eating delicious grilled river fish outside, and you are eating wild vegetables here? Shock flashed across her face, followed by stubbornness. I don't like fish. What a joke. Her favorite thing to eat is fish. Fish head, fish tail, fish body, fish eyeballs. There is nothing she doesn't like. But since she said so, I could only nod helplessly. Okay, as long as you are happy. I sighed and looked at the furnishings in this house. There is not even a decent table. To say that the house is bare is a polite thing. Not to mention home appliances such as TV, air conditioner, washing machine. How can a spoiled young lady who grew up in love tolerate this environment that is incompatible with her? Is it because of love? No, it's because of brain damage. After a quick glance, my eyes fell on Rongbin. Since we met just now, I felt that he had a sense of pride that his conspiracy had succeeded. Although he hid it very well, my intuition has never been wrong. Rongbin, you are just living with Shanshan at home, and you don't go out to find a job? Shanshan swore to me before that Rongbin had found a job in a big company, but then Rongbin took her back to his hometown and never went to the city again. I asked someone to investigate. He graduated from a prestigious university and is the only college student in their village. If he just stays in his hometown, not to mention that he is unwilling, the villagers' spit will probably drown him. So, there must be something fishy here. And this fishy thing is very likely related to Shanshan. I guessed right. As soon as he finished speaking, his eyes lit up. Auntie, we are not living off our parents. A friend of mine asked me to start a business together, and he went to raise funds. I can only take Shanshan back to my hometown to live here first. After all, food and accommodation in the city cost money. But, I sneered and continued. It's just that the money hasn't been raised yet, right? He nodded like pounding garlic. His smile was flattering and disgusting. Auntie, you are worthy of being a celebrity entrepreneur. You are really good at predicting things. That project is very good. As long as there is funding, it will definitely pay back within half a year. I smiled and didn't continue. I was sure that I couldn't bear to see Shanshan suffer, so I thought of such a self-torture trick to cheat me of my money. If I was fooled, wouldn't all my years in the business world be in vain? I just don't know if Shanshan, this little ancestor, was sold out and is still counting money for others. Or is she acting with him for me? If it's the former, it can be forgiven a little. If it's the latter, I'll just treat it as if I gave birth to a piece of barbecued pork 22 years ago. Sever ties with her.